This look like any other yummy animal-shaped cookies, but their maker says they are much better than that. Butter, white sugar, and flour are the basic ingredients in regular cookies. Shima's guilt-free version swaps out the butter and white sugar, since this is where the high fat and sugar content come from.
There's a combination of different flours we use. For the binder, we use flax seeds and then xanthan gum. For the sweetener, we use maple syrup and also coconut sugar. And then oils, coconut oil, coconut milk.
Dietitian Mimi Shen says people today consume high amount of sugar and fat through snacking.
The modern man is more exposed to added sugar, so that's why we crave for sugar. The reason why we crave for fats is because fats is where the flavor is. It has more taste because it's more greasy.
Government statistics in 2014 showed that 39% of Hong Kong's population aged between 18 and 64 were overweight or obese. The World Health Organization says daily sugar intake for adults should be 25 to 50 grams. This bag of chocolates already contains 65.7 grams of sugar and 19 grams of fat. An equivalent bag of Shima's cookies contains 33 grams of sugar and 16.5 grams of fat. The numbers are different, but being healthy is not just about sugar and fat.
We actually don't have legal definition on guilt-free snacks. It's definitely not in the labeling law.
Yeah.
So anybody could claim that also include something like wholesomeness or natural, you know. So something that's natural or guilt-free could be quite high in fats too.
I would not say it's a low-calorie choice, but for the content of the food, it has much more nutrients.
She creates recipes that cater to consumers' special needs.
I have nut-free, gluten-free, white sugar-free, dairy-free, grain-free, like soy-free, a lot of free. And it's just an option for people to come and choose if they're on a specific diet or if there's specific choices.
How good they taste is subjective, but Shima claimed her healthy treats don't sacrifice taste.
If it doesn't taste good, people will not eat it, and we can't say, hey, look, this is healthy for you, but eat it. It definitely has to taste good.
But her daughter doesn't always snack on her cookies.
Not necessarily all the time she will eat what I make. She will go for other snacks, which is fine.
Professor Arnirban advises consumers to check the ingredient list carefully when selecting snacks.
Manufacturers might put a label on front of the snack saying something like low fat or low sugar or contains 30% less calories. You have to look at each food product carefully, one by one, to judge. We should try not to fool ourselves that something that's coming in a package is always going to be healthy just because the front of the package somehow suggests that it is healthy.
He says it is not always the case that low-fat or low-sugar snacks are healthier. Low-fat yogurt is one example of this.
In order to make the yogurt low-fat, you have to take the fat out, you have to put something else in, otherwise it just won't taste good. And we don't really know whether the stuff that they put in, even though it's approved, is in the long term healthy or not.
He warns consumers that eating healthy labeled snacks can make them eat more than they should. This fitness instructor says it's quality nor quantity that's important to her. She's a regular customer at this snack shop.
I don't stop eating, actually. I love to have maybe 4, 5, even 6 meals per day, depending on how much exercise I'm doing. So this is a perfect place for snacking. They are full of superfoods, so these foods nourish my body, give me so much energy.
Do you buy regular snacks too?
I don't normally like to buy many snacks apart from in here, to be honest. If I have to, then I might just buy some nuts from the supermarket.
And you will bring your student here?
Yes, absolutely. Last Saturday, it was very hot and we were very tired. And I was talking about this store, so I said, come on, let's go. We all came here together and we had smoothies and we had energy balls and so many things. Just we didn't limit ourselves at all.
At just 253 calories, 15.5 grams of fat, and 7 grams of sugar, this granola looks like a light snack, but that's for a tiny 50-gram serving. The ingredients are healthier though: sprouted buckwheat, almonds, cinnamon, and syrup, as well as dried cranberries and pumpkin seeds.
The thing about our products, they're guilt-free by nature because they're real foods. There's nothing hidden in our foods, no artificial chemical additives, no preservatives. Everything is done in a traditional way.
You can eat it as it is, as a snack, whether you're reading a book, watching a movie, or right now we can have it as a topping on ice cream.
So the ice cream is a little bit bitter.
A little bit bitter because we use raw Indonesian cacao, so it's not your conventional chocolates. There's no added sugar, there's no stabilizers, no gums, it's all natural.
This bag of sprouted cashews goes for $100.
That bag of nuts there took us 2.5 days to make. So we get organic raw cashews and we clean them, we wash them, we then soak and sprout them.
Lin says she doesn't mind paying premium price for the products.
It's about value, and I would pay even more money actually for this.
Callista says most of their ingredients are imported. She visits the suppliers to see how they handle their farms and test their products.
We want to test for heavy metals and toxins and things like that that may not show up in an organic certification. Only after we pass all of these hurdles, then we accept them as our suppliers.
Arnirban says some of the ingredients for guilt-free snacks are indeed more expensive.
Somebody who wants healthiness should be willing to pay more for that. But that same person should also be perfectly aware that you can get Choisum on the street for really low prices.
Mimi says her clients sometimes buy these kind of snacks because they are trendy. But she says the healthier snack is fresh food.
You walk into even coffee shop, you could buy a piece of fruits nowadays, and salad in a cup, is available. Overall, we say try to eat less packaged food and eat more of the natural food.
These healthy snacks might ease the conscience of some, but as the experts say, fresh food is often cheaper and healthier.